No, yeah, but you guys have been crazy. Like, all the support recently is insane. Yeah, so we're at 214. That shit's crazy. So if we blow up, I just want to say thank you guys. All right, guys, we said 100 subscribers. That's awesome. I love every and each one of you. So at 2K, I will be releasing these for purchase. I mean, it's insane. We're almost at 7K. When I started YouTube, there wasn't a single soul that believed in me. I feel like I had nobody.
Just keep going. Keep going, please.
But yeah, man, I'm not doing too hot right now, honestly.
It feels like someone's listening, you know? Like, obviously no one is.
But I know one day, I'm gonna look back on this video.
Well, guys, this is different, right? It's a little bit different. We did it. We actually hit 1 million subscribers. It's crazy, dude. It's so crazy, bro. I really don't know what the version of myself would have said like 2 years ago. And I'm making this video because, well, I'm gonna show you guys things that a couple of years ago I would have done anything to not let anyone know about me. Talking about my feelings and shit, it's never been my strong suit. But I mean, this is the least I can do, because I feel like at the end of this video, if this can help one of you in such a good way, or if this can help one of you in a positive way, then it was worth it. In this video, you're gonna see a lot of different versions of me. You're gonna see versions of me that are broken. You're gonna see versions of me that don't wanna be here anymore. You're gonna see versions of me in a state where I would have never dreamed of showing anybody. But most importantly, you're gonna see versions of myself that's motivating the future version of me. There was a time where I didn't want to be here anymore, and I had nobody to talk to. I didn't want to tell anyone what I was going through, so I decided to tell the future version of myself. The same version of myself that's looking at it today. My goal here is to prove to you guys that no matter what you're going through, or no matter what's going on in your life, you can beat it. And life is hard sometimes, but it's also so beautiful. But it's what you make out of it. It's all perspective. And today I'm gonna show you mine.
My soul, a bit of size whenever the smoke clear out of my face and my picture perfect, do I look fine? All of that green and yellow that drip from your eyes is telling, tell your demise. I'm with to my side to push back the ceiling and push back the feelings I had to the side. I replay them nights and right by my side, all I see is the sea of people that ride me. If they just knew what Scotty would do to jump out the stage and say I'm a child. Music creative became the most rated. I gotta find balance and keep me a smile. Yeah, that shit by.
Oh, here we go.
What's up, guys? So it is currently November 1st, 2023, and it is 1:40 a.m. Currently, we're at 350,000 subscribers. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm gonna start talking to you guys on this journey to 1 mil. Reason why I'm doing this is because, well, I went out and I filmed with Zach today. He told me, you know, he's starting to talk to the camera, and he suggested I did it. And it's honestly a really good idea, because I've been going through like a lot of stuff, man. But yeah, you know, he gave me this idea, and you know, this is actually the perfect moment. Today, November 1st, this marks a year that I lost someone extremely important to me. When I started YouTube, there wasn't a single soul that believed in me. I feel like I had nobody. You know, like, I fucking love you guys, man. Like, you guys are literally like my second family. Like, in my room, there's text messages on my wall, and like these messages was around that time when I feel like I had nobody. And you guys were just encouraging me. That really did spark me, man. I will just never forget. Never ever forget.
I'm not happy with it, but like, come on, you got fans. They love you, bro. You can't leave this earth. Whenever you're watching this video, bro, do it for that version of you. Do it for that kid. When I was a little kid, I never loved myself. I never valued myself. I kind of thought of myself as like the bottom of the barrel. When I was younger, I never had any ambition to do anything. I would try in school and get bad grades, so I just stopped caring. My mom took me to the doctor one day just for like checkups and stuff, and my grades and behavior came up, and my doctor told my mom that I wasn't gonna be anything in life. He told her not to expect big things from me, that I wasn't gonna go to college, that I wasn't gonna be anything. I was a little kid playing football and nobody there liked me. So what the coaches would do, they would line me up and they would have me run, and first person to wipe me out didn't have to run sprints that day. And then the kids there took it upon themselves to purposely injure me, which they accomplished. And my feeling of self-worth couldn't be any lower. I was always everyone's last choice. I would get bullied and picked on like every single time. My mom had my back for that. Believe it or not, once upon a time, I wasn't a happy person at all. And it was like that until 8th grade, until I started getting good grades at this new charter school I got transferred to. It took me getting good grades for me to feel any type of self-worth. I got to high school, and that was pretty cool. High school was pretty lit for me. That's kind of when I found my forever friends, and I was developing into like the person you see me as today. My friends and I, we would do like the stupidest shit in the hallways, and we would always do like, I guess you can call them pranks, like in class on like teachers and just like random kids in the halls. One of my favorite memories was there was like these kids, and they would always vape in the bathroom at lunch. So I'd run in there, and as ditty as it sounds, I would pull my pants down and I would chase them. That's a joke, by the way. In high school, I was very known as this crazy kid that would just do a bunch of random stuff and make really crazy loud noises just for fun. I guess you could say I was pretty notorious in high school, but the thing is, like, I really didn't care. Like, I was having so much fun at the time, and I would put more thought and effort into fun things my friends and I could do in the halls than I would spend studying for tests. And the day came where I finished high school with a scholarship to go to college in any school in the state of Florida, and they would cover 75% of my tuition. So I got to college, and I mean, I was good at it. I was getting good grades, but I didn't like it at all. It kind of felt like I didn't belong, that I shouldn't be there. So I started to explore other avenues of what to do with my life. First, I explored the military. You know, I was taking it very seriously. I was doing workouts with like the recruiters, and I was going on runs, and I was really trying to join the special group that they had there called the Green Beret. And it was getting very, very serious. The day came where I made an appointment with the recruiter. He sat me down and we went over everything I could do there. I was gonna sign, and my mom was full support. I could have signed that day. The only reason why I didn't is because that Green Beret group that I wanted to sign up for, you had to be 20 years old to try, and I was only 19. So I went back to college and I hated it. And then I remembered how everyone in high school would tell me that I should start a YouTube channel and I would be a good YouTuber. But you know, at the time, I always deemed that unrealistic, but I was at such a point where I felt like I had nothing to lose to at least give it a try. And I just remember being like really, really excited of the idea of doing that. And I told my parents that I was gonna try to be a YouTuber, and they shut it down really quick. They both really disliked the idea a lot, and it sucked because I truly felt that was my one thing that I would have been so good at. That was the one thing that was really gonna be me. So when they told me no, I decided to go behind my parents' back and go half on a camera with Zach.
I like that. Alright, YouTube. It's the man right here. It's the man right here.
That was really unlike me at the time. I loved and cherished my parents so much, but this was the one thing in my life that I felt like I was right on. This was the one thing in my life that I knew I could do. It took me 8 months to get to 1,000 subscribers, and at the time, I was like the biggest joke of the town. My dad was always questioning me, asking me why I want to do something like this when I have a scholarship to go to college and I have what it takes to get a good job and I'm older. And he was making really valid points. And you know, even though I technically had everything, like I felt like I had nothing without YouTube. But doing YouTube, it was the first thing in my life that I was truly ambitious about. You know, when I was a little kid, I didn't care about anything. When I got older, I learned that I should care about things, but the truth is I really didn't. YouTube was like, that was like my thing. That was like, I was happy doing YouTube. I would look forward to making YouTube videos, and I didn't really look forward much in my life. But that was something that was like, I guess always there for me. Something to keep me going even though I felt lost at the time. You know, I mean, anyone fresh out of high school, like, you're always pressured to do something, whether it's get a job or go to school. I really felt the pressure a lot, but this was the first time in my life I believed in myself over everyone else, over everything else. I knew it wasn't likely that I became a successful YouTuber, but something in me made me think it was possible. And then my mom came around really quick. She ordered me business cards to hand out to people. She went and she bought like car paint from Walmart and decorated her car with my YouTube. In my town, I was like the laughingstock, and that was fine. You know, I didn't care. I was kind of used to being the joke growing up, so it really didn't affect me at all. But my mom defended me every chance she got, and you know, she made herself part of the joke too. Back at my old town, you know, she didn't understand this YouTube thing. No YouTubers' parents do, but she just understood me. And it was just like when I was a little boy, man. Like, I was so troubled, and she was just always there for me. I wouldn't be here without you, Mom. Everyone shat on me, and nobody believed in me, Mom, but you always did. So, Mom, I know you're watching. I love you. I don't think there's anything I could ever do to make up for what you did for me. Actually, no, hey, I'll retire you. Yeah. Hey, Mom, give me like a year or two. Mom, give me a year or two. I'm gonna retire you, I promise.
Okay, guys, so currently, Zach is at, Zach is at 117,000. He's killing it, bro. Like, look at this. Look at this, bro. So as you can see, this is me and him literally at the 8th grade dance.
Zach's always been like such a big part of my life. You know, me and him, we go back all the way to 1st grade. We were like just two little kids. You know, a lot of people love to say that they did it themselves or they didn't have help from anybody, but I had all of you guys. I had my mom, I had my friends. We were finally starting to see traction on the YouTube channel. It was insane. I was lost of words. And not only that, but in college, I had a really high GPA, so I got placed on the dean's list, and that was a crazy accomplishment to have. And nothing could have been better at the time until I went broke. I was flat out broke, and I couldn't afford to fund my dream anymore of YouTube. I couldn't pay for videos, and I went in debt. I would take loans from my friends, and I felt horrible for it. So I got a job as a server at a restaurant, and I was trying to make any money I could to keep this dream alive. But I really underestimated how difficult it was to be enrolled as a student in college, work a full-time job, and keep chasing YouTube. So I had to make a decision. I had to cut one off. So even though I was on a full scholarship and I got placed on the dean's list and I was in such a insane situation, I chose to drop out of school. And even though like YouTube still wasn't looking promising in my head, I convinced myself it already was.
Missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain. Once you've gone, it was never an honest word. That was when I ruled the world.
I would be out filming YouTube videos and they would think I'd be going to class or I'd be editing and they thought I'd be studying. So I told myself whenever I hit 100K subs, I would tell them the truth. That day came and my dad was just so upset. My mom started to cry right in front of me. And it was from that day forward, I promised myself that her tears wouldn't be for nothing. Everything I went through wouldn't be for nothing. And how I was treated my whole life when I was younger, I would make that little kid proud. And that we would beat all the odds just by being myself and being who I was made to be. But I had a lot of help for that.
I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter won't call my name, never an honest word, but that was when I ruled the world.
You want to say hi to YouTube? You want to say anything to my subscribers?
That was when I ruled the world.
Well, today I told you guys things that I would have never dreamed of telling anybody. I don't regret it because if I had someone to tell me it was going to be okay when I was going through my rough patch, then it would have made a big difference to me. So I hope this makes a big difference to you. I love you guys so much, and this is so much more than just a prank video or just like a laugh and a smile. Like, this is me and you, and it's all the way to the end. So watch this.